Dear friends, now we invite the next speaker to take the floor. Zozulchak Vladlen Olegovich, an independent researcher, Donetsk People's Republic, the city of Donetsk, Russia. Vladlen was born in Donetsk. He graduated from the Eastern Ukrainian National University named after Vladimir Dali. The editorial work and publishing work is his area. He works as a commercial editor. He works for many journals and magazines. Zozulchak, Vladlen Olegovich, Donetsk People's Republic, Donetsk, Russia. Let's welcome our participant, Sufism, the living theosophy of today.
Привет всем докладчикам и участникам Конгресса.
Our Congress is dedicated to building the bridges in the spiritual activities of people between religions based on theosophy. It's not very often that we can hear about Islam, one of the world religions, and I'd like to fill in this gap and talk about the Islamic esoterism, its relation to theosophy, and its application for everyone who is trying to strive towards the scientific knowledge. Islamic esoterism is known in the West as Sufism, and among its followers as Tasawwuf. To learn more about it, let us, as Blavatsky followers, first of all turn to theosophical sources about Sufism. In the Theosophical Glossary by Helena Blavatsky, there is a small but rather accurate article on Sufism. It says that Sufism is a mystical current movement in Islam. Though very strong in numbers, none but very intelligent men join it. They claim, and very justly, that the possession of the esoteric philosophy and doctrine of true Mohammedanism. The Sufi doctrine is a good deal in touch with theosophy, inasmuch as it preaches one universal creed, an outward respect and tolerance for every popular esoteric faith. The article goes on to say that the Sufis have 4 degrees, the 4 stages of initiation. The first one, probationary, with a strict outward observance of Muslim rites, the hidden meaning of each ceremony and dogma being explained to the candidate. The second, metaphysical training. The third, the wisdom degree, when the candidate is initiated into the innermost nature of things. And the fourth, final truth, when the adept attains divine powers and complete union with the one universal deity and ecstasy. To this we can add that the first stage is called Shariat, the second is Tariqat, the third is Hakikat, and the fourth is Marifat. Then the fourth step is also divided into 3, so the total number of steps is 7. This is all, in general, everything that is in the main theosophical sources about Sufism. In addition, there is a small mention of Sufis in Volume 2 of Isis Unveiled, where it is said that many and various are the nationalities to which belong the disciples of that mysterious school, and many the side shoots of that one primitive stock. The secrecy preserved by these sub-lodges, as well as by the one and supreme Great Lodge, has ever been proportionate to the activity of religious persecutions, and now, in the face of the growing materialism, their very existence is becoming a mystery. William Judge, a disciple and follower of Blavatsky, also wrote that the Sufis taught a very high kind of mysticism, and that the Sufis really preserve the inner doctrines of Islam. So let's dwell on the doctrine of Islamic esoterism as taught by the Sufis themselves. The key idea underlying the theosophy of Blavatsky is the idea of universal unity, one life, eternal, invisible, yet omnipresent, without beginning or the end. yet periodical and regular manifestations, between which periods reigns the dark mystery of not-being, unconscious yet absolute consciousness, unrealizable yet the one self-existing reality. And the following: when we speak of our one life, we also say that it penetrates, nay, is the presence of every atom of matter, and that therefore it not only has correspondence with matter, but has all its properties likewise. Hence, is material, is matter itself. The same teaching underlies Sufism and is its fundamental feature. Sufis call this concept Wahdat al-Wujud, the unity of being. According to modern Sufis, the soul of Islam is Tasawwuf, and the soul of Tasawwuf is called Wahdat al-Wujud, the unity of being. Or otherwise, Sufism is the life of Islam, and Wahdat al-Wujud is the life of Sufism. This is how Sufis explain the concept of the unity of being. Everything that exists is Allah Himself. All beings are His offsprings, and they have no existence of their own. Despite appearances, they come from Allah and are not separated from Him in any way. The illusion of human perception creates many different objects, forms, and phenomena. But in fact, there is nothing in the world at all except Allah. Otherwise, we will be forced to admit that there are two separate principles, Allah and His creations, and this means the recognition of dualism, contrary to the strictly monotheistic spirit of Islam. Sufis illustrate this concept with the example of a golden ring. It seems that there are two separate phenomena, gold as such, and a ring that's made of it. But in fact, this is an illusion of human perception. It's impossible to think of a gold ring separately from gold. In essence, it is the same thing. So is Allah and His creators. The relationship between them is not the relationship between the ring and the jeweler who made the ring and retired. This is the relationship between the ring and the gold, from which it's made and without which it cannot exist, without which it's impossible even to conceive. As a modern Sufi author says, the connection between Allah and His creations is like the connection between the gold and the ring, or the connection between the water and the wave, or the connection between the water and marriage, but that or the mirage, but that connection is not like between the goldsmith and the ring, because as soon as the ring is finished, goldsmith's duty is over. It has no connection at all with the ring anymore. Sufis emphasize that in order to avoid a serious mistake, one must be able to distinguish Wahdat al-Wujud from two other similar but false concepts, hulul and itihad. Hulul is the belief that God can incarnate in some extraneous phenomenon or object. Now the words, what we usually understand by the word paganism, and itihad is the belief that God can mix with any extraneous phenomena or objects. Thus is a certain form of pantheism. On the contrary, the Sufi concept of Wahdat al-Wujud insists that there is no difference between God and other supposedly external phenomena or objects. They are God, and their external existence is an illusion of human perception. Those who understand Wahdat al-Wujud, the unity of being, not only theoretically but also with their whole being, reach the state of fana, the non-existence of an individual, dissolving themselves in God, overcoming the illusion of their own separate existence. The seventh-step Sufi path is dedicated to achieving this goal. It should be noted that the concept of Wahdat al-Wujud is not only philosophical and mystical religious, but also practical significance. As Sufis themselves say, the illusion of a separate existence leads to the fact that a person begins to associate himself with relative things, transitory things, race, nationality, religion, sect, and so on. And this is followed by hatred and enmity. On the contrary, awareness of the unity of being leads to the understanding that there is no fundamental difference between different people and all living beings in general. We are all external images of the same common source. Thus, the practice of Wahdat al-Wujud is a step towards establishing peace in the whole world. As you can see, the word Sufism sounds at the Theosophical Congress, not by chance. The goals and main concepts of Sufism and Theosophy are undoubtedly common. And if Theosophy is close rather to those who are inclined to impersonalism, then Sufism opens the way to Theosophy to those for whom the approach of the Abrahamic religions is valuable. And finally, but not least, what I'd like to say is that Sufism is not just a theory, it is a tradition that exists to this day, and I was lucky enough to meet living bearers of this tradition. In July of this year, the leader of the Sufi world, His Holiness Abdur Rauf Mishbahi Bakhchi, honored me with his reception. This is the largest Islamic scholar of our time, and I had the opportunity to talk with him and get answers to my most intimate questions. I'm talking about this because perhaps among my listeners there are those who, like me, dream of meeting with Theosophy not only in books, but in person, and my experience shows that such a possibility really exists. After all, we are commanded, let everybody have a teacher on earth. And I urge all seekers of spirituality to meet with living bearers of the Sufi tradition and learn about the doctrine of Wahdat al-Wujud firsthand. Perhaps for someone it will be an experience that will change their whole life. Vladlen, thank you so much. A round of applause to you. I suppose that it is very surprising in the context of the Theosophical Congress to have such a speech. Thank you so much for your topic and for the accuracy of your research and the results of the research. The tradition that Vladlen has talked so much sometimes lacks the living thought, but such research as the philosophy of the transcendental unity with God is closer to the mystical area of the Muslim tradition. Sufism is the secret behind seven seals. That's how theology presented. The future of theology has been touched upon by some of the speakers. And theology of Sufism is more related to the philosophy, to opening the philosophical essences. Because the theosophy gives the accurate direction that enables us to give life to the notion of Sufism. Thank you so much.